Let's go at 35 here, Britton. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field as we get ready for Game 1 of 6 today here at Bill Gray Legion Stadium. As we welcome you into Day 2 of the Father's Day Tournament here in Roseburg, hosted by your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. I'm Joey Kieran, getting ready to bring you the first game of the day, which is the Mid-Valley Southpaws taking on the Dr. Stewarts of Roseburg. Both teams are 1-0 in the tournament so far after wins yesterday. We'll continue to break that down as we're going to have an abbreviated pregame show for you here and get things off and rolling as we get this morning kicked off. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Back after a 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Welcome you back here as we get things underway quickly this morning. We are underway. Top of the first. It's Bryant Starr who leads things off against Evan Corbin, our starting pitcher for the Doc Stewarts today. Corbin will have a 2-1 count. He's gotten a couple of balls low and a swing and a miss out of Bryant Starr. The 2-1 pitch fouled away, and it is even at 2-2. We are getting things quickly underway underneath a little bit of raindrops here at Champion Car Wash Field. A little bit of a system moving through, a bit of a drizzle coming down. Some umbrellas are out as another foul ball for Bryant Starr, who will be today's starting pitcher for the Southpaws. We'll take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups for the Mid-Valley Southpaws here in just a moment. Ground ball towards second base, where Daniel Withers will get his first start at second for the Doc Stewarts. Withers fields no problem there at second. Fires over to first base to Drew Camp for the first out here in the top of the first inning. Drew Rice will bat. One away and nobody on. Evan Corbin, a quick worker on the mound, so we're going to try to find a way to squeeze in some information here for you as the ball fouled off. Strike one for Drew Rice, who will start at shortstop today. Aiden Metzger's the third baseman. He's on deck at the moment. Cam Johnson is the cleanup hitter, starting in right field. Breaking ball outside for Corbin, a 1-1 count against Drew Rice. Brett Babbitt at first base will bat fifth, followed by Thomas Byler, the center fielder, hitting sixth. And Andrew Yost, the third baseman, at second base. He will bat in the seventh spot. As a ground ball to shortstop, Brooks Avery fields and fires over to Drew Camp at first base, 2 away.
Next batter, number 4, Aiden Metzger.
Aiden Metzger, the third baseman, standing in. So it was Andrew Yost at second base. I mistakenly said third as I glanced down there. He'll be batting seventh. Mason Linton in left field is batting eighth. As that pitch inside will get a piece of Aiden Metzger. Scott Cummings, the catcher, is the 9-hitter for the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Mid-Valley now with a man on base after a hit batter for Evan Corbin. Got out of his hand a little wrong there. Last night, Doc Stewart's had 7 men hit by pitches against the Salem Whitnell Dodgers, a young club who is looking like they're gonna have a learning season. Cam Johnson, the right fielder, will stand in. A pickoff throw to first base. Cam Johnson and Evan Corbin. I'm trying to remember, and I made notes about the first time the Docs played against Mid-Valley, and I must have left them back at the office. Cam Johnson and Kevin Corbin are teammates, and Johnson's going to win this battle. He finds the alley out in left center, rolls it all the way to the fence. A run's going to come in as Johnson takes the turn, heading for third. The throw in time. They'll get him at third base. Johnson tries to stretch it into a triple, and he is tagged out by Logan Anderson at third. So his double will score one. Coming in, Aiden Metzger after getting hit by the pitch. First pitch to Cam Johnson, taken to left center for the score. But Johnson then thrown out at third base to end things here in the first. One run comes in on one hit. There were no errors for the Doc Stewarts and nobody left on base. We will head to the bottom of the first. We'll get you a look through the Doc Stewart's lineup as we race to get things started here on day 2 of the Father's Day Tournament from 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Starting defensively for...
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
The next batter, number 2.
Well, we've got a couple of quick workers on the mound. Brian Starr, a right-hander for Mid-Valley. First pitch, he warms up quickly, then gets his first pitch in against Cole Collins and gets a ground out to second base to retire the leadoff man for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the first. One away, Drew Camp, the first baseman, stands in. Camp got an at-bat last night against Salem, but he had been missing from the lineup for a couple of days because of a thumb injury. Good to see that he's back out there, and they trusted enough to be able to put him in the lineup that his thumb must be healthy enough to get him back out there. The South Umpqua product has a 2-0 count against Bryant Starr, outside, 3-0 count. Starr did pitch against the Doc Stewarts back in the season opener on June 8th when the Docs won 8-7 against Mid-Valley. 3-0 pitch, in for a strike at the knees on the outer half. Starr went 3 innings. He gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks in that season opener. He'll miss low, and he'll issue a walk there. Puts a man on at first with with 1 away. Walks by opposing pitchers are brought to you by Umpqua Valley Fire Services. Things can get out of control quickly. That's why they provide unmatched fire safety and services with fire extinguisher and fire sprinkler services and much more. Umpqua Valley Fire Services works to keep their clients and neighbors safe. Visit uvfs.net to make sure that you're prepared when things get out of control. So 1 on, 1 away. Brooks Avery will bat. He swings through the first pitch. Brooks Avery batting third. Get you a look through the rest of the Doc Stewart's lineup here as we get you your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups. Starr will bury one outside with the curveball. So it's been Collins, Camp, and Avery to lead things off. Cal Robbins waits on deck as the cleanup hitter. Tyler Haynes in left field will bat 5th. Logan Anderson, the third baseman, batting 6th. So the 1-1, runner going, the pitch inside, throw down to second, not in time. Camp will steal second base, 2-1 count for Brooks Avery at the plate. Docs with a man in scoring position, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. 2-1, fought off on the hands. That pitch had some late movement in towards Avery, and a 2-2 count against Starr. Continuing on with your starting lineup, Daniel Withers bats 7th, starting at second base. Ty Hellenthal, the catcher, batting 8th. And rounding out the starting 9 is Dane St. Clair, the right fielder. A check swing, strike 3, tag applied. And there's 2 away on the strikeout. Brooks Avery thought he held up there. Didn't get a chance to do so. 2 down. First strikeout in the game for Bryant Starr. Out at second base, Drew Camp. Cal Robbins will take a strike at the knees. It was a 2-out double for Mid-Valley in the top of the first that got them their first run of the ball game. Docs looking to get a 2-out base hit themselves here as a pitch outside. 1-1 count. Looks as if sprinkles continue to fall here at Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg. Metal bleachers outside of the roof behind home are glistening. The pavement is wet, so it's going to start getting a little slick out there on the field with the artificial turf, but the rains have been coming down pretty consistent for the last few minutes. A little high on the 2-strike pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Cal Robbins. Bryant Starr on the mound trying to get through the first inning with a lead still intact. His 2-2 pitch with 2 away and a man at second base. Robbins will hit a ground ball chopper towards short. Drew Rice fields, throws over a big stretch, almost slipped out of his shoes at first. Brett Babbitt hangs on to the baseball, and that will finish off the first inning. Doc Stewart's get a man on, but can't do anything with it. No runs, no hits, no errors. The one man left on base. 1-0 our score as we head to the top of the second inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
First batter for Mid-Valley to lead off the top of the second inning, number 19, Brett Babbitt.
Top of the second inning, first pitch of the frame, a bounding ball to second, a flip to first, it goes off the glove for Drew Camp at first base. Charging in, Daniel Withers did everything he could to make that play to first, and he did a good job of trying to get it there. But I'm not sure if it was the runner maybe that kind of distracted Camp or if it just went off the glove on the flip, underhand flip by Withers. But that ball glances away, and the runner will get on base. Brett Babbitt on safely for Mid-Valley. Southpaws leading 1-0. Speaking of Southpaws, left-handed batter standing in. Thomas Byler will swing through for strike 1. So Babbitt on base. It's going to go down as an error for the Doc Stewarts. The 0-1 pitch. It's a bunt laid down back to the mound. Corbin throws over to first base. Nobody covering at third, but the runner out at second base, unable to try and advance. So Babbitt will stay holding there as Byler lays down the sac bunt.
The next batter, number
1 down.
Andrew Yost.
1 away. And it'll be Andrew Yost to bat. Yost with a man in scoring position. First pitch taken for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 count for Evan Corbin, trying to keep this game just a 1-0 ball game so far. Gets a foul ball out of Yost. Facing the bottom of the order here. 7-hitter Yost at the plate. Don't let that fool you, though. Andrew Yost, a first-team All-State infielder for West Albany, which made the state championship game this season. Ended up losing to Thurston for a second consecutive year. A lot of West Albany guys on this Mid-Valley Southpaws roster. They play their games at West Albany. Ground ball to third base is picked up by Anderson. His throw high and unable to get back down on the bag in time. Camp tries to apply the tag. Yost will get on safely. I'm not sure if a wet baseball is having some effect here in this second inning. A little in-betweener on the ground ball to third base. And with that slow roller on the infield, drawing in Anderson at third, Brett Babbitt takes third base. So you've got runners on the corners and just the one out. Pickoff throw to first is not going to be there in time. Back to the bag goes Yost. So it's one away. High and inside for Corbin. Evan Corbin looking to try and get his first win of the season. He pitched against the Eugene Challengers in the league opener earlier this week and took the loss in that one. Didn't pitch badly. Docs just didn't provide any offense to back him up and help him out. 1-1 count. High and inside again for Corbin. That was kind of the problem last time. He was missing at the top of the zone, wanting to get the strike call up there, and just wasn't getting it. I think the strike zone wasn't to his liking the last go-round. He's got a 2-1 pitch. That ball fouled away. He tried to fill up the zone a little bit more there. 2-2 count for the 8-hitter Mason Linton. Two balls, two strikes, runners on the corners. Just one out here in the top of the second. Already a 1-0 lead for Mid-Valley. 2-2 pitch, and it hit him. Corbin has hit another batter. That'll load him up with one away, and the 9-hitter coming up. Second hit batter of the game for Evan Corbin.
The next batter, number 22, Scott.
So it'll be Scott Cummings that'll bat. Cummings, the first go-round back on June 8th, was 0 for 1 with a strikeout in that contest. Got a pinch hit at-bat later on. He'll have a brief meeting with Coach Troy Babbitt down the third base line. Back to the box we go. Well, bases loaded, one out, top of the second inning. Swing and a miss on the first offering to Scott Cummings. Scotty with the 0-1 pitch coming up here from Corbin. He fires in that heavy fastball, hits the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Corbin looking for a punch out here. That would be big with the bases loaded, and he'll get it. Swing and a miss. Strike three for Cummings. That'll be the first strikeout for Corbin here today. 2 down. Strikeouts by Doc's Pitchers are brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure that your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. 2 down, bases loaded. Top of the order here, Bryant Starr. He'll hit one right side, one hop to Daniel Withers. He makes the easy toss to Camp, and the Docs will get out of the situation. Starr, another ground out to second. He did that to start off the ball game. And Corbin will get through things here in the second. No runs on no hits. There were 2 hit batters. Excuse me, there was 1 hit batter in this one. There was 1 error for the Doc Stewarts. And actually, there were 2 errors in this one. That's right. 2 errors and 3 men left on base. So no runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on. We go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0. The Southpaws in front of the Doc Stewarts on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand-sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven-roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
First game of 6 coming up today here at Champion Car Wash Field. Kind of more of a dreary Father's Day weekend than we were going to expect, I think.
Dane St. Clair.
So we'll see how that continues to play out through the day. Dane St. Clair will slap one left side, and he will be thrown out at first base. Now, that's interesting. Dane St. Clair batting there is not what I had on the lineup card. Creamed uniforms today. They had Tyler Haynes batting 5th.
Now batting number 4, Logan Anderson.
Interesting. All right, well, that was a ground out to third for St. Clair. First pitch swinging here for Logan Anderson is fouled away, strike 1. Anderson is the guy I had in this spot. He'll slap one in the air out towards right field. Long run for everybody. Diving attempt, and he came up with it. Out in right field, Cam Johnson tracking that one down to rob away an extra base hit from Logan Anderson. Long run, full extension on the dive for Johnson. Gets underneath it, 2 down. That is going to bring up Daniel Withers. He takes one right down the middle from Bryant Starr. The 0-1. Strike 2. And Withers will have himself an 0-2 count. Docks without a hit still in this one. The 0-2 delivery is going to miss low. Not off the mark by much. Good pitch there out of Starr. Trying to entice the hitter. 1-2 delivery. Elevated. That was quite a spectacular play out in right field by Cam Johnson. Any later to it, he would have been in trouble. Strike 3, either a check swing that went around or a called strike 3. It does not matter. Either way, down on strikes goes Daniel Withers. And the Doc Stewarts go down here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 ball game on 541radio.com and on the score at 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Barnes Heating and Cooling, Cascade Community Credit Union, DC Farmers Co-op, Dr. Alanson Randall, Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Evan Corbin pumps in a first pitch strike to Drew Rice as we're underway in the top of the third inning. 1-0 ball game. A ball slapped foul out of play for strike 2. Docs trying to stay perfect in the tournament, trying to win their third straight game. They've won their last 2. The 0-2 pitch from Corbin outside for the Docs. Won their first game. I think they have not won back-to-back games all season, so first time they've done that. Looking for a 3-game winning streak as a ground ball to short, picked up by Avery. Toss over to first. Going to be another error for the Doc Stewarts. As Drew Rice gets on, the throw took Camp off the bag and couldn't get back down in time. So you've got a runner at first. That'll be the third error in this one, and I do have to ask whether or not, wonder whether or not a wet baseball is maybe affecting some of these throws for the Doc Stewarts. Right now, the Docs haven't put enough ground balls in play to see if the same thing would happen for the Southpaws. As a throw down to second base gets away. Hopefully, the throw to third on target. It is, but not in time, and all the way up to third base. There's a strike at the plate, but another error for the Doc Stewarts as Drew Rice gets all the way to third. Stolen base and then an overthrow. That is 4 errors already for the Docs, and they've all just been throwing errors. Man at third. 0-1 pitch by Corbin. Soft hit line drive goes to shortstop Brooks Avery for an out. Maiden Metzger lines out for the first down. A little bit of breathing room there for the Doc Stewarts, but still need 2 more with a man at third base. Cam Johnson had the double to the alley the first time up. I was going to say before, I think I got a chance to mention it, but didn't get into too much in depth. He is teammates with Evan Corbin at Umpqua Community College. So the battle first won by Johnson. Now Corbin looking to try and even things up. Second go round. First pitch, a breaking ball outside corner for a strike. Corbin's 0-1 pitch popped up, out of play. Top of the third inning. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or give them a call at 541-459-1545. 0-2 pitch, high. We ran through your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups at the start of the game. When you're looking for the best defense, call Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. It's a ground ball towards short. That should score 1. Avery throw to first on time and on target this time. RBI ground out for Cam Johnson. He's driven in both runs in the game for Mid-Valley. They lead it 2-0. Still just 1 hit in the ballgame for Mid-Valley. That was the double by Cam Johnson that he tried to leg into a triple. Evan Corbin will get a foul ball from Brett Babbitt, but errors costing the Docs here in the third inning. A throwing error to first base got Drew Rice on, and he ends up coming around to score. 0-1 pitch to Babbitt, swung on and missed as Evan Corbin seems to be finding a bit of a groove out there. Rains continue to come down, and it's not really sprinkling. It's definitely raining. It's not a heavy rain yet, a light rain. Pitch outside. But it's not a drizzle. It's not sprinkling. It's not downpouring. It's raining. It's kind of the nice medium level as a ball slapped right side out of play. Actually hits the fence. Didn't quite clear out of play. Ricochets into right field. A 1-2 count remains for Brett Babbitt, the 5-hitter. He was 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts the first time the two teams met. Now, he did not face Evan Corbin in that matchup. The 1-2 delivery from Corbin. Strike 3, got him on the inside corner. And that will finish off the third inning. A strikeout looking. Second strikeout in the game for Evan Corbin. 1 run comes in, no hits, 1 Doc Stewart error, and nobody left on base for Mid-Valley. It's 2-0. The Southpaws in front. Doc's looking for some offense on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For Mid-Valley.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Fisher's Hearth and Home, Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair, Roseburg Disposal, Southern Septic, Evergreen Family Medicine. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brian Starr with a 2-run lead to protect here as we start the bottom of the third. A 1-0 pitch to Ty Hellenthal is fouled down the third base side for strike one. So they have flipped. It's Tyler Haynes and Dane St. Clair flipped in the lineup cars. Haynes is on deck. Breaking ball elevated from Starr. Pitch low. Count goes to 3-1 for Ty Hellenthal, leading things off here in the third inning. Takes a strike on the low outside corner. Back at the plate with a full count pitch. Gets a ball hit left side. It will drop in for a base knock. It rolls away from the left fielder, and Hellenthal will get into second with the head first slide. A leadoff double for the Docs here in the third. Hellenthal comes through. That ball landed, trying to knock it down. Mason Linton went off his glove as he tried to make a play for it. Squirted away on this wet turf a little bit there. That'll be a double for Hellenthal. He's into scoring position for the Doc Stewarts with nobody out. Showing a bunt, Tyler Haynes will foul it off for strike one. So Haynes is the one batting in the 9 spot. Tyler, the left-handed batter, switching places with the other lefty. One of the other lefties. In fact, there's 3 of them in the lineup today for the Docs. 0-1 pitch. Showed a bunt again. Takes high. Haynes switching with St. Clair, who bats 5th. Haynes batting 9th. Tyler starting in left field. He's got the 1-1 pitch. Swings through it for strike 2. A 1-2 count. Check swing, popped up, foul territory. That one will carry outside of the reach of Aiden Metzger, the third baseman, chasing it into the Doc Stewart's bullpen. Brian Starr so far, he's allowed just 1 hit as Ty Hellenthal had that double to medium left center. That ball gets down. The first hit of the ball game always brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure that your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. Outside, 2-2 count. So Docs with their first hit get a runner into scoring position for a second time. A walk in the first inning. They got a man into scoring position. Couldn't bring him around. Haynes will take outside. Count goes 3-2. 9-hitter looking to send it back to the top of the order. Hoping to do so while he's on base. He's got a 3-2 pitch coming here from Starr. Strike 3, inner half. And down on strikes goes Haynes. He goes down looking. 1 away. That is strikeout number 3 on the day for Brian Starr. Now Cole Collins back in. He grounded out to second his first time up. It was on the very first pitch of his at-bat to lead off the bottom of the first. Chops this one third base side. High chop, fielded, throw across. A nice scoop at first by Babbitt. That one had him all twisted up, but he makes a late stab at that one and will be able to hang on to it. A nice job. Good glove work at first. That helps out Aiden Metzger on the low throw across the diamond.
Number 2, Drew Camp.
2 down. And coming up to bat will be Drew Camp, looking to try and see if they can move Ty Hellenthal around from second. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Docs trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 pitch. pulled right side. A bounding baseball to second, and Andrew Yost fields and gets the final out. Doc Stewart's a leadoff double, and they can't do anything with it. We will go to the top of the fourth inning. It is 2-0. No runs on one hit, no errors, one man left on base. Doc Stewart's down here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Cast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by MSK True Value, DR Johnson Lumber, and Umpqua Valley Fire Services.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Hold on to your taste buds because the heat is on. Introducing Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. For limited time, they're just $5.99. Order online or on our app for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Number 21, Thomas Byler.
Thomas Byler will stand in. First pitch, a bounder to short, throw to first in time, and to get the leadoff man here. Man, we've got a lot of hitters that are attacking early in their at-bats, and Byler will ground out to Brooks Avery for the first out of the fourth inning. One away, one pitch into the frame for Evan Corbin. Corbin winds and fires, gets a foul ball, is swinging away. Yost taps that one at the plate. Yeah, Andrew Yost reaching on an error back in the second inning. Docs with 3 errors committed, all of them throwing errors in this one so far. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder towards short, slow roller. Charging in, Avery with some time, sends it over to Camp, 2 away. Avery had to charge in on that one. Those are those kind of do-or-die plays that you got to make sometimes as an infielder. They practice those. Avery does a nice job racing in to get to it and makes a nice sidearm sling over to first base. Now he's going to get another one. This ball, a high hop. He'll get it, has to make a quick throw. Not in time. Just a hair behind Mason Linton, who will get on with the base hit. That ball just took too long to get through the infield. Not much more that Brooks Avery was able to do with that one. That ball just a couple of high hops off the infield turf. Avery just had to wait for it to get there. Charging it wasn't going to help him. First pitch slapped towards the visiting dugout down the first base side for Scott Cummings, who struck out in the second. Corbin nearly had 3 straight groundouts here in the fourth inning. That last one taking too long to get to shortstop. The 0-1 pitch, pickoff throw to first, not in time. And that might be one of the side effects of the artificial turf field here at Champion Car Wash Field. That some of those bounding balls on the infield, they can get a little springy and they can take some high hops, which take a little time to get through the infield. Maybe on a more natural surface field, that ball kind of stays a little lower to ground, and Avery might be able to chase it down, charging in on it. Pitch just above the strike zone, a 1-2 count for Cummings. Cummings 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the second. Corbin looking for another one here to finish off the fourth. Breaking ball too far inside, sliding to his left. Helmthal behind the plate. Make sure that ball didn't get by. 2-2 pitch for Corbin. Ball fouled back by Cummings. Hits the facade of the roof, then off the dugout into the bleachers down the first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corbin will pick off to first again. Camp receiving it over there, then stumbling to the turf as the runner diving back in at his ankles. The 2-2 delivery for Corbin. That ball popped up, and that's going to carry out of play. It's going to stay a 2-2 count. This battle will continue. Docs won a tight one against Mid-Valley the first go-round, 8-7 the final score there. Right now they trail 2-0 in the top of the fourth. The 2-2 pitch, oof, just inside. Mason Linton, after an infield single, he's at first base. A full count pitch with 2 outs. He'll be heading to second. There he goes, and high for ball 4. Couldn't get the hitter to chase. Cummings almost went after that pitch, but he was able to lay off. First walk
14, Bryant Starr.
For Evan Corbin here today. He does have 2 hit batters. Runners at first and second, top of the order back up for the Southpaws. Corbin was cruising, needs to get one more out now. Misses high again, 1-0 count. And that is kind of the same situation he had last time in his last start, that he was wanting the top end of the strikes and just wasn't getting the call. The 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. There is some activity out in the bullpen for Mid-Valley. It's a 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball fouled off. Headed out towards the bullpen for Mid-Valley. Shielded at the moment from who might be throwing out there. They're back behind some of the shed facilities. Storage down there. The 1-2 pitch. Outside. Starr laying off. He almost got enticed into that one. He lays off. 2-2 count. Corbin has been so close to getting through this fourth inning. Misses inside, and the count goes full again. A run in the first, 1 in the third for Mid-Valley. They're looking to try and add to it if they can. They got runners at first and second with 2 down. The 3-2 pitch, battled off. Starr fouls it away. Stays alive. Kind of seems, it's so hard to tell sometimes from here in the booth. Oh, that young lady took her umbrella down, so maybe the rains have started to hold off. 3-2 pitch for Corbin. Inside, ball 4. Corbin's been so close to getting through this fourth inning. Almost had 3 straight groundouts. But an infield single that just took a while to get to shortstop. Allowed a runner on, and since then, back-to-back walks. The bases are loaded. The Doc Stewarts will face the 2-hitter, Drew Rice. The bases juiced, 2 away. Pops up the first pitch, out of play for strike 1. Two 2-0 lead for Mid-Valley. Day 2 of the Father's Day tournament. Mid-Valley, Docs, and Medford, the 3 teams that all won yesterday. The 0-1 pitch upstairs. So 3 teams are 3-0, 3 teams are 0-1. Today, everybody will play twice. Docs have the first and the last game of the day. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive. Daniel Withers with a diving grab at second base. And Withers will help save a run. He lays out at second. That long frame allows him to get there in time. And the Doc Stewarts will keep it 2-0 as they get out of the jam. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors for the Docs. 3 runners left on base for Mid-Valley. It's still 2-0. Mid-Valley in front. Docs looking to try and get on the board here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
3 runners left.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Neal Company Real Estate, American Family Insurance, Champion Car Wash, Cooper's Pest Control, Mountain Mike's Pizza. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
First batter for the Dr. Stewarts to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning, number 5, Brooks Avery.
Docs will send the heart of the order up to the plate here in the fourth inning. The heart of the order is brought to you by American Family Insurance. They're at the heart of it all when life hands you a tough road or you just want to be prepared. Turn to Lynette McAllister for all of your insurance needs. 2-0 ball game, Mid-Valley in front. Brooks Avery will take a strike on the outside corner to start things here in the fourth inning. Bryant Starr has thrown a one-hitter so far through the first 3 innings of play. Missing just outside on the 0-1 offering. Scott Cummings back behind the plate. Brett Babbitt at first. Andrew Yost at second. The ball fired in the air out towards right field where Cam Johnson is patrolling. Had a big play earlier in the ball game. That one a routine fly ball to right field for the first out here in the fourth.
24, Cal Robbins.
Brings up Cal Robbins 0 for 1 of the game. Left side of the diamond, Aiden Metzger at third, Drew Rice at short. In the outfield from left to right, Mason Linton, Thomas Byler, and Cam Johnson out there for the Southpaws. 1 away. Ooh, look out. Bat goes flying on a foul ball hit by Cal Robbins. It's wet out there, and that bat goes sailing just about as far as the foul ball did. All the way to the back to the dugout. And then I think it one-hopped into the little corner by the fence to get you into the field down there in that corner. Robbins will retrieve his bat. He'll be back at the plate, an 0-1 pitch. I think they took a second to wipe it off for him. 0-1 delivery. Ground ball towards short for Robbins. Throw crossed is there. That is twice he is grounded to short now. And there's 2 away quickly for Brian Starr, who is rolling through this one so far. Feels as if maybe a little bit of sun starting to poke through back behind us here at Champion Car Wash Field. Still a lot of gray clouds overhead. Temperatures in the 50s here this morning. Looking at 55 right now, and I'm hoping that the rains have subsided for the rest of the day as St. Clair will foul off the first pitch. Got the first of 6 games on the schedule, so going to be a busy day, and we would like to see the weather cooperating for us. St. Clair takes low and inside. Kind of seems as if things are turning a bit. Hopefully that's a sign for good things the rest of the day. 1-1 delivery. Out in front of the breaking ball for strike 2. St. Clair tumbles out of the batter's box. He'll dig back in. A 1-2 pitch coming up. Fouls off one. Stays alive. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. 1-2 pitch, pulled right side, outside the reach of Andrew Yost at second base, and St. Clair is on with a 2-out single. And Dane's been having a decent season at the plate so far this summer. He's been coming through with hits on a regular basis. Comes through with one there. Just the second hit of the ballgame for the Doc Stewarts. Only 2 hits on the other side for Mid-Valley, but they've been able to take advantage of a couple of errors and a walk, a hit batter actually, back in the first. As a ball hit hard out towards right center. That gets down for Logan Anderson. St. Clair will head for third. Anderson, a big turn, but he holds at first as that throw comes in, cut off at second by Rice. And a 2-out single by Logan Anderson to right center. Dane St. Clair gets 2 bases out of it. He'll end up at third, and the Docs need a 2-out rally. They've gotten it started. Can they keep it going? They trail 2-0. It'll be Daniel Withers, who struck out his first time up. Withers made a nice play defensively to wrap things up in the top half of this fourth inning. A line drive, not right at him. It was glove side. He had to kind of lay out a little bit to get in front of it, but that avoided a bases-loaded situation. He gets jammed and sails it to center. This ball carrying a little bit, but able to track it down Thomas Byler will get there in time. Boy, man, if Withers could have barreled that one up, it could have been something, but he got jammed. Still muscles it out to deeper center field for the final out. Doc Stewart's get no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the top of the 5th. It's 2-0 Mid-Valley in front of the Roseburg Dr. Stewart's here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
First batter, number 4, Aiden Metzger.
A look at the numbers as we start the 5th inning. Two runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Mid-Valley. No runs, 3 hits, and 4 errors in the game for the Doc Stewarts. Evan Corbin, an 0-1 pitch, bounces outside. A 1-1 count. They have an error up there on the board for Mid-Valley. I don't have them with an error. It's a ball fouled away, strike 2. Yeah, I don't think there was. Guess maybe they might have ruled an error on that ball hit to the outfield. I just think it got away from the defender as a pitch bounces on the plate for a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Aiden Metzger, who is the 3-hitter in the lineup card for Mid-Valley. He's 0 for 1 in the game, was hit by a pitch, scored the first run of the game. Takes a strike on the inside corner. That is strike 3. It's another strikeout for Evan Corbin. Strikeouts are brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Don't swing and miss with dinner tonight. Stop by Mountain Mike's at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Sun is starting to shine now. I think got a feeling we're going to be kind of seeing clouds and sun rolling throughout the day. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for Cam Johnson. Corbin now with 3 strikeouts in the ballgame after that first one. The 0-1 pitch is going to hit Cam Johnson, trying to get that inside corner, and the 3rd hit batter of the game for Evan.
The next batter, number 19.
So Cam Johnson gets on for a second time. He's got 2 RBI. He is now 1 for 2 on the day with his double that drove in the first run of the ball game. He's on at first with 1 away. 5-hitter Brett Babbitt is up. He struck out looking the last time he was at the plate. Pickoff throw to first. The runner slides into Camp. The ball trickles away. Camp will get up and go track it down. Camp and Johnson were kind of crumpled up in a dog pile there at first base. Not sure if Mid-Valley was maybe looking for some sort of an obstruction call as Camp was on top and was a little slow to get up. First pitch swinging, lifted towards right field. It's going to drop in front and get by St. Clair in right field. That is Hellenthal out there. And it's not Hellenthal, it's Haynes. Haynes in right field. St. Clair must be out in left field. Lineup card was not quite right as we got things started here today. And that ball bounces by him. That will be an error on, I don't know if technically. It just took a high hop off of it. It's 3-0, Mid-Valley in front. All the way to third base went Brett Babbitt.
21, Thomas Byler.
Cam Johnson comes in to score. So it's 3-0, Mid-Valley in front with 1 out. Ball fouled away by Thomas Byler. 0-1 count for Byler, who's 0 for 1 in the game. A sack bunt and a ground out. Defense playing in. The 0-1 pitch high and away. One delivery by Corbin. Swung on and missed. Byler, the lefty, goes chasing. Goes after some high heat there. And that's the pitch that Corbin's been wanting to get guys to swing at, and right now nobody has been chasing against him. He's got the 1-2 pitch. Gets a chopper towards short. The throw to the plate in plenty of time. And Hellenthal will apply the tag. A beautiful throw by Brooks Avery. Right on target. Hellenthal set up perfectly. They will get Babbitt at the plate. 6-2 the put out. Fielder's choice for Byler. He gets on at first. Docs will trade that and out at home and put a runner at first base rather than third. Andrew Yost, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Yost reached on an error in the second. Swings after the high heat. Now it's a real nice, pleasant day. Kind of warming up a little bit with the sun coming out. Sun is shining. Got the fresh rain that just gives it that crisp feel. And here on an early morning game, it's not too shabby out here today. The 0-1, runner going, throw down to second base. If the tag is there, no, it's not for Withers. It bounces out of his glove. Withers came charging over from his position at second. And the ball short hopped into him. Got the glove on it, but couldn't hang on to it as he was trying to apply the tag all in the same process. Breaking ball, slapped right side. Corbin can't handle it. Throw to third base by Withers. Will be scooped up by Anderson. Runners on the corners, 2 away. So Yost will get on base again via an error. Corbin, that was just kind of an awkward ball as he was trying to cover the first base side of the infield. Just a bounding ball that direction, and on the run, a slow kind of hopping ball, and he knocked it around with the glove, couldn't get it cleanly, and it trickled away from him. So that puts Yost on at first. Byler is all the way over to third, stealing second, and then moving to third on that infield ball. Still trying to get, so Brett Babbitt had a hit, but then was that considered an error in right field for Tyler Haynes? Springy infield, or the springy turf. The ball hit and just took a kind of extra high hop off the field and got by him. I think it's not. I think it's just going to be a hit. I don't think there was an error in there, is what it should be ruled as. Kind of like a bad hop on a natural turf field that doesn't really affect. That's not the fielder's fault that the ball took a weird hop off of the field. It's not Haynes' fault that ball took an extra high hop off the turf. A ball fouled away down the right side by Mason Linton for strike one. So if that is the case, that would have been a triple for Brett Babbitt that drove in a run. He was eventually thrown out at home on a ground ball on the infield. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1 count. It is 3-0. Mid-Valley in front of the Doc Stewarts here in the 5th inning. We've hit the top of the 5th. Mid-Valley has scored 1 run in every other inning, all the odd-numbered innings. A 1-1. Outside again for Corbin. At first base is Yost. At third base is Byler. The 2-1 popped up out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mid-Valley trying to get revenge for the season opening loss and also trying to stay undefeated in the tournament. Docs will need a rally late in this one. Ground ball left side. It gets by all the infield. Throw to first is wild, and everybody's going to be safe. Another run will score. 4-0, and runners on the corner still. Mason Linton will get an RBI and a base hit. He is 2 for 2 today, been hit by a pitch and 2 infield singles. He has just found the perfect spot on the infield twice. Byler scored. It is 4-0, Mid-Valley in front. 9-hitter Scott Cummings walked his last time. Takes ball 1. A 1-0 count. Yost now at third. Throw down to first. Got him! Picked off at first. Mason Linton. The back pick by Ty Hellenthal will get the runner at first base. So that is the end of the top of the fifth. 2 runs come in on 2 hits. And there was 1 Doc Stewart error and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 4-0, Mid-Valley in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
First batter for the Docs, number 12, Ty Hellenthal.
Ty Hellenthal will lead things off for the Docs. He takes in the dirt for ball 1. Hellenthal with the first hit in the game for the Doc Stewarts, a double. Hits this one to left field. It's going to carry enough. Mason Linton will run it down. 1 down here in the 5th inning for the Doc Stewarts. We're trying to get this game going for them. They have had a couple opportunities. A man in scoring position in the 1st, in the 3rd, and in the 4th, and they just have not been able to come through with the hit needed. Visit out to the mound for pitching coach Troy Babbitt, and he will collect the baseball from Bryant Starr, and that'll be the end of his day. Pitching change coming here for the Mid-Valley Southpaws, it looks like, and we will get you all the details. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. It was a 1 pitch for the out for Starr, and he will hand it over to the bullpen. 4-0, Mid-Valley in front. We'll come back after a 1-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
9-hitter Tyler Haynes will face a lefty out of the bullpen for Mid-Valley, as the Southpaws currently lead this one 4-0. Taking a look around here, it looks like Byler still in the outfield. Starr looks like he's going to head to the outfield. I think he's going to take over in center field. So it looks like Byler is going to move to left. And Starr is going to head to center. Brian Starr goes 4 innings and a third. He gave up no runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Tyler Haynes, the left-handed batter, will face the lefty on the mound in Sawyer Caston. First pitch swinging, ground ball the first to his knees. Brett Babbitt will get up and run to the bag for the out. 2 down.
Next batter, number 9.
That'll bring up the top of the order. Cole Collins will try to get it going here. He has grounded out twice. He faces the new man on the mound. Sawyer Caston taking over for Starr. Fires a first pitch strike against Cole Collins. Docs with 3 hits in the game. A double back in the third, a pair of singles in the fourth. But nothing to show for it so far. The 0-1 high for Collins. So my guess is Mason Linton must have checked out of the ball game. Might be the case. Check around on the infield for you here. Still Metzger at third as the 1-1 fouled off the end of the bat for strike 2 to Collins. Metzger still at third. That is still Rice at short. Still have Yost at second, and that is Babbitt still at first. And behind the plate does look like a new man as a ball popped up and fouled away. I want to say that might be Colin Cordell that is moved back behind the plate for Scott Cummings. 1-2 pitch, grounder towards short. Nice, easy, routine ground ball. Drew Rice makes it look routine as he fires across to get Cole Collins. That is a 1-2-3 inning defensively for Mid-Valley. Doc Stewart's offense unable to produce. We go to the 6th inning. It's 4-0. Mid-Valley in front of the Doc Stewarts on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Barnes Heating and Cooling, Cascade Community Credit Union, DC Farmers Co-op, Dr. Alanson Randall, Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Evan Corbin will continue to throw. That ball slapped foul down the right side. This is the 9 position in the lineup card, and we do have a new batter. Another ball slapped foul right, out of play. And that is not number 16, that is number 15, Austin Thompson, that was back behind the plate. Thompson an 0-2 count. Was trying to tell underneath the straps if it was 15 or 16. It was 15, and he gets his first at-bat. Thompson strikes out swinging. For Corbin, that is strikeout number 3 on the day.
Now batting number 14, Bryant Starr.
Top of the order up now. Starr looking to bunt, offers for strike 1. 0-1 count for the leadoff man. Starr is 0 for 2 at the plate with a walk. He fouls off another pitch for strike 2. Corbin with 3 strikeouts in the game, all brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza, the way it ought to be. 0-2 pitch from Corbin. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. The throw down to first is there in time. 2 down. Today's ballgame brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by our friends at Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts to make sure you've got an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. First pitch, line drive over the head of Daniel Withers at second. He's a big guy. That ball just out of his reach. Line drive base hit for Drew Rice. Gets him on with 2 outs. Been a lot of 2-out rallies in this ball game for Mid-Valley. 1 on, 2 away. Corbin will try to avoid having to face more of this top of the order. He gets a strike on the first pitch inside corner. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Helenthal's going to get up throwing. He throws long of the bag. Backing it up is Avery. So a wild pitch puts a runner into scoring position. A 1-1 count. Aiden Metzger is 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch in the first inning. The 1-1, high. This top of the order has been difficult for Evan Corbin. Guys have been getting on, and not necessarily by getting hits, but they've been finding their way on. The 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Big cut on that one by Metzger. Aiden Metzger, first-team All-State utility guy, graduating from West Albany this year. He's got a 2-2 delivery coming. Strike 3, he watches the breaking ball in the outside corner. Kind of got the swing going, but held off, and he will go down. That will wrap things up here in the 6th. Striking out the side, Evan Corbin. He's got 5 punch-outs now in the ball game, and he keeps this one a 4-run ball game, but the Docs got to get offense. The defense, not necessarily the problem right now. Go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0. Mid-Valley in front of Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Fisher's Hearth and Home, Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair, Roseburg Disposal, Southern Septic, Evergreen Family Medicine. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Taking a look at our D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Mid-Valley. No runs, 3 hits, 4 errors in this game for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. That is your D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update. A progressive family-owned company proudly supporting our local youth. Come on out and watch the Docs swing some lumber. That's D.R. Johnson Lumber, making lumber since 1951. Lefty-lefty matchup. Drew Camp takes outside for ball 1 against Sawyer Caston, who is taken over out of the bullpen for Brian Starr, in line to get a win in this one if the score holds. 4-0 lead right now for the Southpaws. Camp will ground one towards first, takes one hop to Brett Babbitt, and he's been playing well defensively at first today. One away. One down, Brooks Avery, 0 for 2 in the game. Flew out to right field his last time. Docs with just 3 hits in this one. Ty Hellenthal with 1, Dane St. Clair with 1, and Logan Anderson with 1. Caston will face Avery with 1 out, nobody on. Brooks takes high for ball 1. Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score this season is sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Outside, 2-0 count. Doc's getting shut out here at the moment, so no RBIs in this game as of yet, but any RBI for the Docs is brought to you by Neal Company Real Estate. As that ball hit out towards the alley in left center, going to hang up long enough, though, running underneath it. Brian Starr now in center field makes the catch, 2 away.
The next batter, number 24.
Brings up Cal Robbins, who is grounded out twice to shortstop. Neal Company Real Estate, if you're wishing that your drive home was taking you to a house with more rooms, a bigger yard, a walk-in closet, or a shop, check out Neal Company Real Estate at nealco.com. Find all their available listings in Douglas County there. Nealco.com. Their agents will help you score the home of your dream. 0-1 count for Robbins. He now takes a trip down to third base to talk with Coach Eric Savage. Savage at third. Assistant coach Justin Bennett out at first. The coaching staff out there for the Docs. In the dugout, pitching coach A.J. Doolittle, and then assistant coach Jeremiah Robbins in the dugout there as well. 0-1 pitch here for Cal Robbins. Gets out in front of an off-speed pitch. And that is routine to right field for the final out. Doc Stewart's go 1-2-3 in the 6th. It'll be down to their final 3 outs in the 7th inning to try and see if they can come back in this one. And Evan Corbin might be back out on the mound to try and see if he can keep it a 4-run deficit. It looks like, I think we're going to get a pitching change here. Cole Collins is going to take over on the mound. We'll come back for the top of the 7th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Cast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by MSK True Value, DR Johnson Lumber, and Umpqua Valley Fire Services.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Hold on to your taste buds because the heat is on. Introducing Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. For limited time, they're just $5.99. Order online or on our app for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
We begin the Southern Septic Service 7th inning. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. Get a free, no-obligation estimate today on all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. It'll be Cole Collins to take over for Evan Corbin on the mound, the right-hander from Oakland High School. Might be his first appearance here of the summer. Corbin goes 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 3 hit batters. I do not believe that all of those runs are going to be earned runs against him, as the Docs have committed 4 errors in this one. First pitch swinging away for the 4-hitter, Cam Johnson. Playable foul territory. Jake Johnson has come in defensively, and he makes the catch in foul territory out there down the right field line, just at the end of the fence line, going into the bullpen for the Mid-Valley Southpaws. And Jake with a nice play at first.
Number 19, Brett.
That'll get Cam Johnson to foul out. 1 away. Brett Babbitt will bat. Babbitt had a triple last time up on a ball that got away in right field. First pitch outside, ball 1. So Babbitt batting. We got Jake Johnson at first, trying to make sure there's no other defensive changes, because that one was the one that almost slipped by me there. Strike on the outside corner for Collins. 1-1 count. Still Anderson at third, Avery at short, Withers at second. Looks like Hellenthal still back behind the plate. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball is high. 2-1 count. St. Clair in left field. They put Drew Camp in center field with Cole Collins coming in to pitch. So that would be the defensive change, and why we have Jake Johnson at first. 2-1 count. Sorry, make that 3-1 count. Collins, the 3-1 delivery. In for a strike. Brett Babbitt. Oh, no, it wasn't. I thought Brett Babbitt thought it was ball 4 and then got pulled back. Apparently that's not the case. He heads on down to first. I thought the umpire was about to say strike 2, but that must have been pointing down to first base. So a walk issued for Cole Collins. Thomas Byler will stand in. He's 0 for 2 in the day. Got on base with a fielder's choice and scored a run. He takes low and outside, a 1-0 count. Still Haynes out in right field, so take a look at the roster here for the Doc Stewarts and figure out exactly how the changes went. The 1-0 pitch fouled off towards the parking lot over by Stewart Parkway. So let's see here. The DH is probably coming out of the game, I would imagine. Cal Robbins will come out in favor of Jake Johnson, who takes over defensively at first base. 1-1 pitch to the lefty. Thomas Byler grounds it towards short. Sliding stop by Avery. Won't have a throw to make as he gets to it, but couldn't get it to second ahead of the runner, and a long throw from his knee wasn't going to happen to first base. Thomas Byler with an infield single. Runners at first and second. First hit against Cole Collins. 2 runners on, 1 away. There's been a lot of infield singles for this Mid-Valley team. They haven't necessarily hit the ball hard every time. As the runners were both going, that ball flared to shallow center field. A diving catch. No, yes, the catch was made. Throw comes back in. They're going to go to first for the double play. There's that one, and that will finish off the frame. The runner at second, Brett Babbitt, all the way at home plate. He would have had a long way to go to get back to second to tag up, but out at first is Thomas Byler as a fantastic play by Brooks Avery in shallow center field, diving to get to that ball, makes the over-the-shoulder catch, comes back throwing, and they will get the double play to finish things off here in the Southern Septic Service 7th inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Docs need 4 to tie, 5 to walk off with a win here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Neal Company Real Estate, American Family Insurance, Champion Car Wash, Cooper's Pest Control, Mountain Mike's Pizza. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
That would be 3-4. Well, it's going to come down to this for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. They're going to need 4 runs to keep the game going, 5 to take a walk-off victory. Also going to have to be paying attention to our time limit here as we hit 10 o'clock. We started at 8:40, so an hour would have been 9:40, so we're at an hour and 13 minutes. So we would have 33 minutes, I guess, left to go. As a swing and a miss on the first offering to Dane St. Clair. Lefty-lefty matchup here, facing Sawyer Caston. It'll be St. Clair, Anderson, and Withers due up. St. Clair has a hit today, and he will get hit. That pitch inside from the lefty to the lefty. And on base for a second time will be Dane St. Clair. Docs are going to need some more of that. They've had runners on. They've currently left 4 runners on base, 3 of them in scoring position. Haven't been able to bring any of them to come in to score. Logan Anderson will stand in, trying to get a rally started here in the Southern Septic Service 7th inning. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. It's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count for Anderson. If you have a need, you can get a free, no-obligation estimate today for all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. The 0-1 throw over to first base. Logan Anderson had a single in his last at-bat. St. Clair at first, he had a hit. Anderson a hit, and then Ty Hellenthal, who is 2 batters away, he has a double. So those are the 3 guys with hits in this game. As the ball shallow right field, going out, the second baseman with the catch. Yost won't try to make a throw to first base. Back in safely will go St. Clair with 1 away.
The next batter, number 10, Dan Withers.
Early morning contest here. We've got 5 more games coming up throughout the rest of the day. Up next, it's this Mid-Valley team will play Medford coming up next, starting approximately at 10:50. Get a chance at a legal ID here in just a moment. First pitch to Withers. Line drive shot will get to center field. Star out there will throw it back in quickly. That will hold St. Clair at second base. Base knock for Withers. He's 1 for 3 in the game. So the Docs will get another base knock. Ty Hellenthal will bat. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Doc Stewart's Baseball here on the Score. Four hits in the contest now for the Doc Stewarts, but they need some more. First pitch fouled back by Hellenthal. Docs with runners at first and second. They need 4 runs to tie this one and keep it going for at least 1 more extra inning. That means the game-tying run is the on-deck hitter. On-deck hitter is always sponsored by Evergreen Family Medicine. The 0-1 pitch to Hellenthal, high and away. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. They're dedicated to providing exceptional care for the unspoken needs of some of our community's most vulnerable. You can always expect more at Evergreen. Pitch low, 2-1 count for Hellenthal. Sawyer Caston came in the 5th inning. So far, he has pitched an inning and he's pitched a full 2 innings with 2 outs back in that 6th or 5th inning. Runner's going to move up to third as the ball got away. Both runners will move up. So the Doc Stewart's taking advantage as that ball got by Austin Thompson behind the plate. It'll be a wild pitch. He knocked it down, but it trickled away from him and just didn't get to it in time to be able to hold the runners. So 2 runners in scoring position. 3-1 count for Ty Hellenthal. Doc's looking to rally. Hellenthal, grounder towards short. They're going to get the runner between first and third and a rundown. St. Clair tagged out for the second out. Docs will get a run out of it, but they trade a runner in scoring position for a man at first. 4-1 the score. Doc's down by 3, and now they really got to rally. Hellenthal will get an RBI out of that fielder's choice. Coming in to score. Sorry, I said St. Clair was tagged out in the rundown. That was Withers that gets tagged out in the rundown. It was St. Clair that came in to score. First pitch, strike 1 to the lefty, Tyler Haynes. 2 down, a runner at first. Doc's trailing by 3. So they've got a steep hill to try and climb back in this one, but they avoid the shutout at least. High, a 1-1 count for Haynes. Haynes is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Last time grounded out to first. The lefty bats. Brett Babbitt is holding the runner on at first, so might be a little bit of extra space to work one around out there. If Haynes did pull one down the line again, he takes inside, a 2-1 count. Haynes was the first batter to face off against Caston. 2-1 delivery for the lefty. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball for Haynes. Today's game has been sponsored by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop, and by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there is the ball game. Haynes goes down with the strikeout. That's the first strikeout for Caston in the ball game, and that will finish it off. 1 run comes in for the Doc Stewarts in the 7th. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. Doc Stewarts, their rally falls short in the 7th inning, and Mid-Valley will go to 2-0 in league play, or in the tournament. Doc Stewarts will go to 1-1. And they'll need a win against Corvallis tonight to possibly work their way into the championship game tomorrow. More than likely, they have a better shot at getting in the second game of the day, which would be at 11:30 tomorrow morning in the 3rd versus 4th place matchup. Ball game done. We will put together all the numbers, and we'll come back with your post-game show here in just a moment. We take a 4-minute break. Let's take a 4-minute break and come back on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Barnes Heating and Cooling, Cascade Community Credit Union, DC Farmers Co-op, Dr. Alanson Randall, Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dock Stewarts. Come watch the Docks swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docks!
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio.
Game 1 of the day in the books here in the Father's Day tournament. We've got 5 more left to go. The Dock Stewarts will try to regroup. They will play in the nightcap tonight, so maybe some guys will get a chance to take a siesta here. It was a late one last night, and then a turnaround early one this morning, and then they got to play again late tonight as well. So the Dock Stewarts maybe not doing themselves any favors with the schedule here for their home tournament, but it is what it is, and now they will look to try and win and go to 2-1 in the tournament in their final game against Corvallis and see where that ends up putting them in the standings. As for Mid-Valley, they go to 2-0, and they've got themselves a very solid chance to be in the title game tomorrow, which will pit 1 versus 2 when all the standings are done after today's games. And that would be the 2 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon. If the Docks can't make that game, they likely are playing in the 11:30 game tomorrow morning in the 3 versus 4 matchup. But they would need to win probably later tonight to make that happen at worst. So this one, 4-1 final score. Looking at your D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update, final numbers: 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base for Mid-Valley. 1 run, 4 hits, 4 errors, and 5 men left on base for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. The runs coming in the first for Mid-Valley. In the third, they got 1 in the first on a 2-out double by Cam Johnson. 1 in the third. That was on a RBI ground out for Cam Johnson again, scoring Drew Rice, who reached on an error to lead off that third inning. 2 runs came in the 5th inning. A hit batter got a runner on base, and then a triple by Brett Babbitt scored 1. Then a runner got on with a fielder's choice as they got the out at home, saving a run. But the runner on with the fielder's choice was Thomas Byler. He would later come around. An error would keep the inning going. A single would get a runner on base, Mason Linton, and that drove in a run for the Southpaws. So they would get 2 out of that 5th inning, and that would be a 4-0 lead. Docks in the bottom of the 7th finally get something going offensively. They got runners on base throughout the game, just couldn't ever bring them in. Finally, a hit batter to put the leadoff man on base, and Ty Hellenthal would bring in the runner on a infield fielder's choice. They ended up getting Daniel Withers in a rundown between second and third for the out as the run came in to score. And that would be the only time the Dock Stewarts get a run on the board. 4-1 the final score. The win goes to Bryant Starr. He pitches 4 1/3 innings, gave up no runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And the loss goes to Evan Corbin, 6 innings worked. He gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. It was not all 4 earned runs against Evan Corbin there. At least one, that run in the 3rd, would be an unearned run. So Yeah, I think you could safely say one run is unearned, and I believe you probably could say two of them were unearned runs against Evan Corbin in this one. Cole Collins pitched the final inning for the Docs, gave up a walk and a hit, but he would get out of it with a double play on a great play by Brooks Avery in center field. The shortstop going out makes a catch, and they were able to double off the runners who were all moving on the pitch, and none of them had a chance to get back and tag up. And coming out of the bullpen for Mid-Valley, Sawyer Caston pitched the final 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter. Offensive numbers in this one, Mid-Valley, 6 hits. Drew Rice had a base hit, goes 1 for 4 in the game, scored a run. Aiden Metzger got on with a hit by pitch. He scored the first run of the ball game. Cam Johnson goes 1 for 3 with 2 RBI and a run scored. Brett Babbitt was 1 for 3 with a RBI triple. Thomas Byler was 1 for 3 as well, had a sac bunt, a single, and scored a run. And Mason Linton goes 2 for 2 in the game, was hit by a pitch, then had a pair of singles and an RBI. For the Doc Stewarts, Dane St. Clair, it was the 5, 6, 7, and 8 hitters that had all the hits for the Docs in this one. St. Clair, 1 for 2 in the game, a single, and was hit by a pitch. He scored a run. Logan Anderson was 1 for 3 with a single. Daniel Withers, 1 for 3 with a single. And Ty Hellenthal was 1 for 3 with a double, and he had an RBI on a fielder's choice in the 7th inning. So that is a look at all the numbers on this one, as the Doc Stewarts fall short against Mid-Valley. Docs will go to 4-4 on this season. That snaps their 2-game winning streak. For Mid-Valley, they are now 3-2 on the year, and they've got a 3-game winning streak after losing their first 2. But more importantly, here in the tournament standings, Mid-Valley will go to 2-0 in the standings. Doc Stewarts will go to 1-1. Up next, it's Medford and Mid-Valley. That one getting started in about 30 minutes from now. Then you've got Medford and Salem coming up at 1 o'clock. Corvallis and Klamath Falls at 3:10. And Klamath Falls and Salem at 5:20. Then the Doc Stewarts and Corvallis tonight at 7:30. That is a look at the rundown of all the games coming up here for the rest of today, this Saturday. A bit of a gray and cloudy Saturday. We had rain early. We'll see if that maybe pops its head up again at some point here throughout the rest of the day. Hopefully we'll get mostly dry conditions for everybody involved the rest of the way. I want to say thanks to our video stream sponsor, the Cow Creek Tribe, for presenting the video stream. Everybody might be tuning in and watching online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. And I want to say thanks to Champion Car Wash. They provide our coverage of Doc Central at 541radio.com. You can find scores, schedules, standings, and more at Doc Central on the Score homepage at 541radio.com. Wrapping things up here, again, want to say thanks to some of our sponsors like Evergreen Family Medicine. You can always expect more from Evergreen. Neal Company Real Estate. You can find listings available in Douglas County at nealco.com. And by American Family Insurance, check out Lynette McAllister for all of your insurance needs at American Family Insurance. That is going to do it for our first game of the day here from Champion Car Wash Field. We will be back on the airwaves for the game coming up tonight at approximately 7:30, which means we'll be on the air at about 7:15 here tonight. So hopefully you'll tune in and join us for that. We're going to try to track down Logan Anderson for an interview to bring you during the pregame show for that one. So tune in tonight to catch that interview with Logan as we get ready for Docs and Market Men. Final score again, 4-1. Mid-Valley gets the win over the Doc Stewarts. We're going to send you back to the Infinity Sports Network here for the afternoon and late morning, and then we'll be back with your Doc Stewarts baseball coverage coming up tonight at 7:15. Want to say thanks to the Docs for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewarts baseball here on The Score. Thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production here today. And thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk to you tonight at 7:15 as the Docs take on the Corvallis Girding Builders Market Men. You can find the action streaming online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, or check us out on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.